ṣé ẹ ṣé o ẹ ṣé o ẹ ṣé bàbá ẹ ṣé ẹ ṣé o ẹ ṣé o ẹ ṣé bàbá. Good morning, my beautiful people. How are you? Hope you slept well. I wish you Godspeed in all your endeavors. May the Lord continue to bless you in everything that you do. It shall be well with you. You're going out and you're coming in today in the name of Jesus. Today I want to talk about prayers, what prayer does, the beauty of prayer. If you're a man or a woman and you have not made prayer a part of your life, and I'm sorry, you may be facing a whole lot of challenges that is beyond your widest imagination. What prayer does, especially when you're constantly in the place of prayer, you shield so many things, so many evil arrows from yourself and from your children. You know, as parents, if you happen to be a mother or you happen to be a father or naturally parent, in quote, you have to make sure that you give prayer time. If you're setting a timetable and prayer is not part of your timetable on a daily routine, then I'm sorry to say that you may fall into problems. Someone once said to me that prayer is an investment. When you pray for something now, forget about it. Go rest assured that one day you will see the answers to those prayers manifesting beyond your wildest dream. What prayer does is that it goes and invests itself somewhere in God. When you pray, you're making an investment, just like when you go do business or when you invest in a business or in an asset or anything at all that you do for a living and you go and invest. That is what prayer does. The moment I learned the beauty of always being in the place of prayer, my life began to automatically take a new turn. You may not become a millionaire in one day because you have entered a place of prayer, where you set time apart between yourself and God, where you give God time, where you say, God, at this time to this time, this is just me and you. Let us roll. Let's discuss. Let's gist. Let's talk. God is not this almighty person, that you cannot reach. As a matter of fact, if you begin to come to the place of prayer and begin to interact and communicate with God on a regular basis, on a day-to-day basis, you realize that God is actually very reachable and very friendly. God can be for you a lover if you want him to. You'll be shocked how lovable and how romantic God is in the place of prayer. And you can only know this if you actually give him time. For instance, if you're keeping a natural relationship and you do not give it time, does it thrive? No, of course it doesn't. It can only thrive when you begin to give time to that relationship. And so, same goes for God. If a natural man or woman will want you to give him or her time, how much more God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the God who created you and I. Imagine how much he yearns for us to give him our time, even if it's just 30 minutes every day. Even if it's just 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, at least give him time and say, Lord, in this 5 minutes, in this 10 minutes, no matter how busy your schedules are, you have to give your creator time. That is the only way it will be well with you in the land of the living. You cannot afford to thrive or want to do better or do good, in this world and thrive so well beyond your widest imagination if you do not come to the place of prayer and give God time. You need to be able to give God time. That is the only way you can thrive accurately in the land of the living. I tell you, my friend, you do not know the beauty of what it is, what happened in the place of prayer. That is where you get to know God as in the real God, this God that we call, oh God, this person, this mighty God that you think is high up there. You'll be so surprised how low he is right there with you. He will come to your level, he will interact with you in your level, and he will deal with you in your level. He will not want you to see him as this high and mighty person up there. He will want you to see him as actually right there with you. You will begin to associate with God in a whole new different level. You begin to understand that God is actually very reachable. And I assure you, you will fall in love with God over and over again, just like I have. I used to think God was this high and mighty person who is up there, who I cannot reach, who I have to always be a certain way every day before I can be able to even communicate with him. Where I can't keep my body a certain way, or keep myself a certain, or walk a certain way, or keep my hand and then, squint my face a certain way, and then I'm communicating, or I'm praying to God. No, you can just sit while you're eating your meal, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and you're saying, Lord, are you here? In case you're here, or in case you're not here, come here now. Let's have dinner. Let's have breakfast. Let's have lunch. Let's have brunch. Whatever it is you're eating, you call him forth like a friend. Any wonder God called David a friend after my own heart? Any wonder he called Abraham a friend of God? Have you wondered why he uses the word friend with some certain people? These are the people that have known God in a different level. And you have to first begin with the primary assignment, which is prayer. You pray for yourself every day. You pray for your children. You pray for your family. But as you begin to mature in God on a daily basis, God will begin to open up to you the people that need to be prayed for. He can just tell you, daughter, son, pray for this land where you dwell. This land where you stand, pray for it. This office where you work, I need you to do a work for me here. Begin to pray in a certain, area of this space, or of this company, or this organization. Begin to pray in this area or in that area. Begin to pray in a certain place. Okay, he calls you, maybe you're praying in the morning. He tells you, son, daughter, child, I need you to pray for this country. I need you to pray for this nation. When God tells you to pray about a certain thing and you pray for it, the answer to that prayer is usually very, it comes with alacrity. It comes with quickness. It comes with this haste. You'll be shocked. Sometimes you're marveled. The prayer I just prayed now is already happening. That is because you are in the place of obedience. When you're in the place of prayer, you're in the place of obedience. You cannot afford to be, to be ordinary. You are not ordinary in that place where you are. In that state where you're praying, you're not ordinary, literally speaking. You're a giant, because God trusts you that you can do this. And God can only give you this kind of trust and give you this kind of assignment and trust that you can do it because you have already formed relationship with him in the place of prayer. So my brothers, my sisters, my friends, I need you to begin to pray for yourself. Forget about what your village people are doing, what your enemies are doing, what your haters, what your envious, or those people who are jealous and envious of you. Forget everything about all that. Just come to the place of prayer with God, and you'll be glad you did. I assure you, I have been there. This praying constantly, sometimes you see yourself, you do not no longer have peace in your mind until you come to the place of prayer with God, until you come to a place of interaction, of relationship, and then you will have that peace that passes understanding. And immediately you've done the assignment. Obedience, the Bible says, better than sacrifice, and to heed better than the fat of rams. So, I'll stop here for now. If this little message of mine have blessed you, please kindly give your comment. And as you continue to practice what I have just said, and God begin to bless you, do not forget to share your experience and your testimony. And as you do this, the Lord will bless you more abundantly. And I assure you, your life will never remain the same again. God bless you. Bye.